One of the final steps for framing was to put in the top plates. I waited to do that until after I had had all of the walls aligned and leveled out. And then I went ahead and did that so we could secure the corners and get the thing prepped and ready for OSB. And that is a goal for this week, is to put on the OSB sheeting around the shop and to get the walls strengthened up and ready for the trusses and the final assembly. So come along as we get ready to put up OSB. Even though there was a lot to do at the house, decided to take some time out to go and attend the Harvest Fest and check out what they had to offer as far as crafts and other things. In addition to that, the Ronan Area Chamber of Commerce also had their annual Trail of the Bales fundraiser and decorated hay bales throughout the town. This year's theme was the 1980s. Well, it's been a busy week for sure, between canning and doing some stuff with our CSA vegetables and finishing off the framing and the local harvest festival in Ronan. We've kept pretty busy this week, but today we're going to get started on putting up the wall sheeting on the shop in preparation for the trusses that are coming next week. It should be pretty adventurous. I do have Colleen coming out to help today, so that will help me out quite a bit. And we'll see what we can get done as far as this before we're supposed to get a couple of days of rain here. So some weather related stuff is going to slow me down a little bit, but we'll see what we can get done today. I think it should be a pretty active and productive day. So let's get going. Bear shit. All they're doing is eating apples and crapping it all out. Never seen anything like it.
I guess a bear does shit in the woods.
It does. Quite a bit, apparently. Kind of an interesting little fact here. The first thing that I actually built on the property was the sawhorses that I've been using. It was kind of a fun little thing to do out here so that I had them, and they have been a bonus ever since. But that's where we started, was with the sawhorses.
Well, when I woke up, she was looking at me. She told me I've been cheating on her in her dream. Lord, it wasn't a thing I could do or say to change her mind any way. She told me things was gonna change. If I wanted her, I couldn't stay the same. So I stopped going out on Friday nights. I stopped drinking with the boys. Yeah, everything she asked, I left in the past just to try to bring her joy. For the record, it can't be understated. All I've been domesticated. She told me top off her Jeep, the one I bought her when I sold my old GT. And I bumped in to my good friend, and he asked me where the hell had I been. So I told him what she told me. If I didn't change, she was gonna leave. So I stopped going down on Friday nights. I stopped drinking with the boys. Everything she asked, I left in the past just to try to bring her joy. For the record, it can't be understated. I'm domesticated. But when I got home, she sat me down, said she wasn't happy and she wanted out. Everything about the man she once loved is long gone, baby, and it's all because I stopped going out on Friday nights. I stopped drinking with the boys. Everything she asked, I left in the past just to try to bring her joy. For the record, it can't be understated. Lord, I've been domesticated. Lord, I've been domesticated. All I do is stay at home all damn day.
There we go. Starting the video. We've had a few days of rain that have kind of slowed me down. In fact, 2 days of thunderstorms that have created some rain and mud, so I waited a few days till it dried out to come back out here and finish off the sheeting. I only have a couple of sheets on the back to get done, and then the tops, which is pretty good effort. Realistically, taking about 2.5 days to sheet this entire thing, so that's pretty good. And then I'm going to mark off all the tops at 24 inches for the trusses, which hopefully, if all goes well, will be arriving today, which will be good. It's kind of nice not to be working out in the heat, but it is a little chilly this morning at about 38 degrees to start. So high of today of around 68. So nice temperatures to work, and we'll get started. The last little bit of OSB was on me to do, and so I took my time, persisted on, and managed to get it done. All in all, the process wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, and especially made it easier since I had Colleen to help me with that. The upper parts I will seal off and get that at a little bit later date, but overall, the process is coming along quite fine. Well, all of the sheeting, all of the sheeting is finally on the shop. It took a little bit of work to get that done and get it, especially the last parts by myself on some of the high stuff was a little tricky. But with the use of a 2x4, I managed to get that done. The gable ends behind me, on both ends, I'm leaving open. The reason why it looks like that is that once I get the trusses up on top, then I will sheet directly from the lower section to the upper trusses, so that way it makes it a little bit more secure and looks a little bit more even. The trusses did come today. However, my Scooby-Doo plan for using the skylift to do this, it turns out that I'm not going to be able to do it. The skylift just will not lift high enough, and for a one-man show with that, it makes it a little bit too dangerous, a little bit too risky for me. And so I'm not gonna end up doing that. I'm gonna keep the skylift here for a little bit so that I can do the 5/8 sheeting. Once the trusses are up, I can sheet the roof with using that to get the materials up there, and also with the shingles once I get ready to do that. So still quite a bit to do. I can still utilize that piece of equipment, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to bring in a crane to help me set the trusses. Since I'm by myself, it'll make it the fastest and easiest way possible. It certainly saved me from any more antics like knocking down the walls or dropping a truss or doing some other damage. Got to use your head when possible, and when I can, I'll do it by myself. My goal is to be as self-reliant on this as possible. However, there are times you just got to know your man's got to know his limitations, as they say. And I certainly know that that's one of mine, especially up at that height. All right, so with that done, we will move on to doing trusses next. If you like this type of thing, please remember to like and subscribe and share these videos. It always does help the channel. I appreciate it. And if you have any comments or any feedback, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. That will be appreciated as well. Until next time, thanks for watching.